On the 5th of October 2005, a group of astronomers in France was awestruck to discover a blip of the blue dot 65 light-years away from the Earth through the Hubble telescope. At first, they thought that this planet was the answer to the quest in finding a new home, but as they zoomed into the atmosphere of the planet, instead of water, they found a storm of glass spiraling in sideways, cutting through anything it passes. As bizarre as it might sound, this discovery is just one of the many strange things existing in the vast expanse of space. Here are some of the top 10 weirdest planets discovered in our universe. Uranus. Imagine one night you were gazing at the night sky and suddenly a shooting star went by. Even though it was just a fairy tale belief, you still took your chance for a wish. "I wish to become super rich," you whispered. Suddenly, a vision came, an answer. You see a giant gas sphere in outer space, and inside that sphere were raining diamonds. Yes, raining diamonds is an actual thing on Uranus.
Uranus. To this day, Uranus is still the only planet that veered from tradition with an ancient Greek namesake.
Uranus is the 7th planet and the coldest in our solar system. It is one of the only 2 planets in our solar system capable of producing diamonds as rain. Because of the immense amount of carbon and hydrogen squeezed together at incredible pressure, a chemical reaction that triggers the formulation of diamonds happens. As the planet gets really hot and dense, the diamonds are formed and will then accumulate, making them heavier, which results in these diamonds raining down in its atmosphere. But, unfortunately, your wish will stay as a wish upon the star, since the possibility of getting there has not been answered yet and might remain unanswered due to the severe amount of carbon the planet holds. 55 Cancri E. However, it's not yet time to worry about that wish, since there is another planet that was also known as the Diamond Planet, the 55 Cancri E. In 2004, an exoplanet that was considered a super-Earth was discovered 41 light-years away from the Earth. Aside from the fact that this planet has a molten surface, scientists revealed that about a third of the planet's mass is likely pure diamond. However, recent studies have produced more insights about the planet's hot surface. In 2013, it was discovered that 55 Cancri E actually has 25% more oxygen than carbon. But that doesn't mean it can no longer be a diamond planet. It can definitely still be, but not that much of the planet's 1/3. Unfortunately, just like Uranus, it is impossible to reach this exoplanet. TOI 3757b. Another planet that sparked an interesting revelation was the discovery of the fluffiest exoplanet yet, the planet TOI 3757b. In the mountains of Arizona, astronomers from Kitt Peak National Observatory discovered this Jupiter-like planet through an 11.5-foot wide telescope called WIYN. The planet is located approximately 580 light-years away from the Earth. It has the lowest density ever detected around a red dwarf, and the average of its density was even compared to that of a marshmallow. The planet was believed to have a rocky core at first, but the red dwarf star in which they revolve around contains fewer heavy elements than other stars. For this reason, TOI 3757b's rocky core has slowly taken shape, and the pulling of surrounding gases was delayed. This then resulted in the planet being left with a dense atmosphere. You may think that TOI 3757b is one of those magical worlds of marshmallows in a cartoon series, but no, instead, think of it as a world where everything melts into a liquid fire. and you do not want to put such a place on one of your bucket lists. HD 189773b. TOI 3757b was not the only intriguing planet. There's this one planet that could conjure the worst nightmarish world to live in. Meet the glass-storming planet HD 189773b. At first glance, you may misjudge this planet as a friendly, Earth-like haven for living things, but it is far from that. It is, in fact, much worse. On October 25, 2005, a group of astronomers in France discovered this blue and dandy planet 65 light-years away from the Earth. Since the planet has these bluish earthly colors outside, one may theorize that this planet may be a second home for humans to live in. But upon closer inspection, HD 189773b was never the friendly type. On the contrary, this planet is a nightmare, because the blue color isn't a sign of fair clouds and calm waters. It is the planet's hazy, blowtorched atmosphere with clouds containing shards of glass. Combined with the planet's weather of a 5,400-mile-per-hour storm, a trip to HD 189773b is a ticket to a Chainsaw Massacre movie. PSR B1257 plus 12b. Speaking of strange, nothing can ever be as strange as this one planet that easily takes the creepiest discovery in space, the PSR B1257 plus 12b, or known amongst the three pulsar-orbiting planets as the Poltergeist. On the 22nd of January 1992, while Polish astronomer Alexander Volshan was exploring space beyond our solar system through an Arecibo radio telescope, he encountered a spine-chilling sight of a graveyard in space. 3 rocky planets with ghostly features were orbiting the corpse of an extinct star. Researchers believed that this dead planetary system was once a normal and functional solar system, until its star collapsed and scattered apart in a massive explosion we call a supernova. The supernova incident consumed every life of each of the planets orbiting the star, leaving the planets floating lifeless and empty in a graveyard of heavenly bodies. The remaining core of what was once a healthy star turned into a zombie star called a pulsar. However, the most disturbing fact about this discovery is that the planet Poltergeist and its 2 dead neighboring planets, named Draugr and Phobator, were actually the first confirmed discovery of planets outside our solar system. It almost felt like space was throwing us a warning message that there are more strange things out there and that we should be careful because PSR B1257 plus 12b was just the beginning of it all. It was just the introduction to all the bizarre things that the endless vastness of our universe could offer. K2-137b. In 2017, researchers also discovered the planet that has the shortest orbit around its own star, the K2-137b. The K2-137b is an Earth-sized planet located about 323.4 light-years away from the solar system. It was discovered in 2017 and has an orbital period of only 3 to 4 hours. Can you believe that? How old would you be if you were to live there? HR 5183b. On top of that discovery, researchers have also discovered K2-137b's polar opposite, the planet that has the longest and most extreme distance of orbit, the HR 5183b, or as researchers called it, the Whiplash Planet. Its nickname came from its movement around its star as it speeds up and then swoops near the star's intense gravitation, slowing as it moves away and restarting the cycle all over again. It takes a huge 74 years for the Whiplash planet to complete its orbit. Now, contrary to the opposite planet, how old would you have been if you were alive to live on such a planet? Kelt 9b. The universe's strangeness wouldn't stop there. If you think that only a star can hold such a great amount of heat, well, that's where you're wrong, because there's a planet that is hotter than most of the stars. 667 light-years away from Earth, a blazing planet floats called the Kelt 9b. This planet's hotness wouldn't even let a molecule be intact for a second during its daytime, as its temperature rises to more than 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. The only possible way for molecules to reform is when the planet is on its night side. The reason for this extreme hotness is that this planet orbits around its star for less than 2 days on a perpendicular axis. With each orbit, it experiences the full range of superb temperatures of hotness and cold. Kelt 9b experiences 2 summers and 2 winters in every revolution around its star. While the planet enjoys its fair amount of winter, its star, on the other hand, tortures the daytime of the planet. GJ504b. While most of the planet shares the same common color shades of blue or white or brown, another strange planet was discovered outside the solar system. This time, it possesses a unique color, the puffy pink planet, GJ504b. Using the Subaru telescope in Hawaii, a team of astronomers captured this captivating image of a planetary system orbiting a very bright star 57 light-years away from Earth. Despite the endearing color of this planet, the GJ504b isn't as cute as you think it would be because it is actually 4 times bigger than Jupiter. It is basically a giant with soft features. The planet's adorable color was a result of the glowing heat of its formation, which explains its outer cherry blossom radiance. However, stepping on its surface is far from possible since the planet holds an effective temperature of about 460 degrees Fahrenheit. T-Res-2b. So far, outer space has never failed to surprise with its bizarre mysteries, from diamond-raising planets and funny-colored planets to zombie planets. Yet, these planets aren't as strange as this planet that takes the top spot in the list, the darkest planet ever recorded, the T-Res-2b. It could simply be the nearest inspiration for Star Wars' Death Star due to its dark implications, but this planet is an actual breeding ground for nyctophobia nightmares. In 2006, NASA's Kepler spacecraft detected this dark sphere of nirvana lurking around a sun-like star some 750 light-years away. It was found that T-Res-2b only reflects less than 1% of its sunlight, which explains the nyctophobia fuel of this enigmatic planet. It's darker than the blackest lump of coal, than dark acrylic paint you might paint with. It's bizarre how this huge planet became so absorbent of all the light that hits it, says David Kipping, the study lead author and astronomer at Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics. The exploration of the mysteries behind this giant darkness is still being studied. While this discovery is as bizarre as the previously mentioned planets, such explorations only mean one thing, that the universe is bigger than what we expect it to be. There is more to our space than what meets our curiosity. The universe is an infinite blanket of mysteries and strange things, and that is why our universe is indeed a beautiful chaos. Such discoveries may have entertained our knowledge of what's out there, but one question stays the same. With all these planetary discoveries, Is there a possibility that there is an actual life out there like us? Life in space and life on Earth may differ in many ways, but one thing's certain: life could be everywhere, from humans to space objects. But have you ever wondered what life would be like in space? If you are interested enough to know more about it, you might want to check the 10 things you can't do in space.